Nevada meets the preseason favorites for the conference championship, the New Mexico State Aggies. Can the Pack pull off a stunning upset? It's Nevada against New Mexico State, next on News Channel 8.
Wolfpack Basketball is brought to you by Reno Jeep Eagle. You'll save more on bill. By Washoe Medical Center, leading in healing. And by John Esquaga's Nugget, home of Reno's favorite sports book.
Welcome to the Pan American Center on the campus of New Mexico State University, where a crowd of better than 10,000 is expected for tonight's Big West Conference game between the Nevada Wolfpack and the New Mexico State Aggies. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Nikolewski. My broadcasting partner, Dan Gustin, isn't here tonight. He's feeling under the weather. We hope Dan feels better real soon. This is the second game of one of the toughest road trips of the season for Nevada. Back on Thursday, the Pack played UNLV. Nevada played one of its best games of the season against the Runnin' Rebels, led at halftime, but UNLV came back and picked up a 97-93 win. Tonight, the Pack has an even tougher test, taking on New Mexico State, a team that is undefeated in Big West Conference play. The Aggies are good.
You know, it's a tough place to play. I look at it as a personal challenge, so I'm just going to try to go in there and play hard and compete against one of the best teams in the country. If we can go down to New Mexico State and play those guys like we play UNLV here tonight, you know, that's going to be close too. We don't want to go in there and lose by 20 like we did last year. You know, we want to go in there and really make a statement.
This is going to be the sternest test of the year for the Wolfpack. Three things have to happen in this midterm exam of sorts for Nevada. First of all, point guard Ethan O'Brien has to play very well. He's one of the conference's leading assist players, a great passer, but tonight he's also going to have to score as well. Secondly, Jimmy Moore, the leading scorer for the Wolfpack, has been in foul trouble the last couple of games. He can't be in foul trouble tonight, or it's going to be a long night for Nevada. And third, as you probably know by now, Preston Johnson, the shooting guard for Nevada, is out with academic difficulties. A combination of Marcus Iverson, Sean Pugsley, and Jerry Hogan will play in his place. They have to step it up quite a bit tonight. It's a very big test for Nevada. As for New Mexico State, they have a couple players hurt, including starter DJ Jackson. He will not play tonight. He's out with an injured ankle. But New Mexico State is so deep, quite frankly, it may not make much difference. We'll see how Nevada does tonight against New Mexico State. We'll be back with the opening tip right after this.
Shopping for fine quality furniture can sometimes be like a jungle. But at Brockwood Furniture, Alex and our fine trained staff of professionals make it easy on you to find exactly what you're looking for every room in your home. Brockwood Furniture is the classy discount superstore.
That Gary looks good.
Section of floor. To buy and install linoleum would cost you $210. Tile, $340. But every 4 years, you'll have to replace the old linoleum, which can be much more expensive. As you can see, not only is tile more beautiful, it is more durable and less expensive. So come see us at Casa Mexicana Tiles.
No pushy salesman. No waiting around. No gimmicks. No problem. That's right, your 4S dealer is here. Sandoval Dodge has a car for you, and with our long tradition of professional salespeople, great service, and complete customer satisfaction, Sandoval Dodge is ready to let you take advantage of some of our incredible deals. We have been in Las Cruces for 25 years and will continue to be your neighborhood Dodge dealer.
Come see us at 955 South Valley Drive in Las Cruces.
524-7721.
For the beef sale. Individually packed.
Jewel cut, diamond guaranteed.
T-bone steaks, only $2.89 a pound.
Boneless chuck roast, just $1.29 a pound.
Boneless ribeye steak, $4.89 a pound.
Honest value is more than just a great price. Come see us once, we'll see you twice.
For the beef sale.
We're Jewel Osco, the Jewel of New Mexico.
Beef prices overall.
Discover Roadrunner Basketball.
Meet the record-breaking Anita Maxwell, one of state's most highly decorated student athletes. She's last year's Big West Freshman of the Year and a first-team All-Big West honoree. A nominee for the Naismith Award, Maxwell is also the first Roadrunner basketball player to play at the U.S. Olympic Sports Festival. We salute Anita Maxwell, Roadrunner Basketball.
Discover women's sports at New Mexico State University.
Probably the most talented team that Nevada will face this season. You look down the New Mexico State lineup, they have very balanced scoring. No one averaging more than 12 points. None of their starters averaging under 8.5 points. They can go to any 5 of those players. You look at Nevada, key players for them tonight are going to be Ethan O'Brien, Walter Outlaw, and Jimmy Moore. The Dixie connection is going to have to perform well tonight for them to be successful. They scored 48 points, 25 rebounds, and 21 assists in the near upset at UNLV just 2 nights ago. It'll also be interesting to watch the 2-guard position, the off guard, if you will. Sean Pugsley will get the start tonight. He played very well, as did Jerry Hogan, in stepping up for Nevada at that position against UNLV.
You would think that that 2-guard, off-guard position that Pugsley will get the start tonight, but we're going to see a lot of Hogan, we're going to see a lot of Marcus Iverson. It's going to be sort of like the 2-guard by committee, right?
You're exactly right. And Hogan and Pugsley were so effective against UNLV. They combined for 34 points on 9 of 15 shooting from the field. Jerry Hogan, of course, coming off a career high. We'll see a lot from a variety of players at that position tonight.
And those 9 baskets were all 3-pointers, right? 9 of 15 from three-point land, correct?
That's correct. And in addition to that, they were both able to drive to the basket as well. They used their outside shooting to set up inside drives, and that helped everyone out.
As you can see, this is a very brief rivalry. 2-0 in New Mexico State lead. Both meetings last season in the Wolfpack's inaugural season in the Big West Conference. And as you can see, some of the Panamaniacs, that's what they're called, here in Las Cruces, they're all fired up for tonight's game. New Mexico State coming in with a 13-1 record, 5-0 in Big West Conference play. New Mexico State's only loss this season was a 4-point loss to UTEP, the big university just a few miles or down the road. Neil McCarthy, the head coach for New Mexico State. He's in his 9th season. In his 19-year career, he's won 383 games, lost just 180. And while he's been in New Mexico State, he's had 183 wins and just 82 losses. So he's won more than twice as many games. He's been very successful wherever he's gone. And whenever Neil McCarthy's on the sidelines, Mike, the referees are going to hear a lot of talking. He loves to work the refs. There's Pat Foster, the Nevada head coach. And his record, 282 wins, 131 losses in his 14th year as a head coach. His first year at the University of Nevada, he's got a 6-9 record, 2-5 in Big West Conference play. And Mike, the Pack really needs a conference victory badly. They're in second to last place in the Big West with a 2-5 record. This is a real tough place to pick up a win on the road.
It sure is. New Mexico State's won 21 straight games here. They've only lost 5 games in 5 years in this building. This is a tough place to play. Probably the best atmosphere in the Big West Conference. Certainly the loudest arena in the Big West Conference. But you look back, Nevada's best games on the road have been in big game situations. They played very well at Kansas State with the score being very misleading. They played incredibly well at UNLV 2 nights ago, losing by only 4 points. And if you want to find a third tough place to play, Santa Barbara, of course, the Thunderdome, always a difficult place to play. And yet, Nevada went in there and had an opportunity, actually was down only 1 point with 4 minutes to play in that game. So they seem to respond to this type of atmosphere.
Yeah, a number of people were rather surprised at how tough the Wolfpack played at UNLV, especially the Preston Johnson out and coming off a demoralizing loss to Cal State Fullerton. But this is a very responsive bunch and a very resilient bunch. This is just when you think that maybe they might fold up their tent, they don't.
It shows a lot of character by these individuals, and especially the individuals that stepped up. Jerry Hogan, Sean Pugsley, those individuals knew they had to come out and play a little bit better and even harder than they have in the past, and they were able to do that against the Rebels.
Well, we're ready for the opening tip-off. A pair of 21s will jump center. David Victor for the Wolfpack and James Dockery for New Mexico State. And we're underway here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Pull up a seat and spend part of your Saturday evening with us. Jimmy Moore goes right to the basket, dishes off. David Victor misses an easy shot. Here comes New Mexico State. Johnson driving, loses control of the ball. That is off a Wolfpack player. Might have been off Johnson's knee, but the ball remains in the possession of the Aggies. Neil McCarthy on the sideline, seeing if his team can jump out in front in its first possession. Dockery, who did not play against Utah State in New Mexico State's last game, dishes the ball off into the backcourt. Dockery gets it back. Skip pass is intercepted by Ethan O'Brien. O'Brien over to Moore. Counted.
Both these teams like to run and set up the run off good defensive pressure. New Mexico State forces more than 20 turnovers a game, so you can expect an up-tempo game tonight.
And they're also a very good passing team. They're a rather large lineup as far as height and that sort of stuff, but these guys, even though they may be very tall, they can pass the ball like guards. Walker swings it over to Johnson, back over to Walker, just inside. Well, that is a three-point shot, but it doesn't go. Moore with the rebound, throws it backwards to Walter Outlaw, and goes off Walter's hands. Jimmy rushed that play a little bit, Mike.
Yes, he did. He wanted to run, and a lot of times Jimmy, with all his athletic ability, has the ability to run the court. That time, though, when he was that far in deep, he really needed a guard to get the outlet pass to set up the fast break opportunity.
The Pack has to keep the turnovers down tonight. If they're around the 20 turnover range like they were against UNLV, you can forget about this, trying to pick up the win tonight. Jarrett brings it over, and that ball's off the hands of Dockery, and the Wolfpack gets another turnover.
Nevada opened